Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Ford.
I'm Mark Marble.
And this is the LanternCast Presents the Greatest Toy Podcast.
Episode 6.
Yes. This episode is subtitled... We don't have one. I don't know why I brought that up.
Return to the Toy Podcast. Episode 6.
Oh, yes. Return of the Sixth.
Yes, Return of the Sixth.
I mean, that's a pretty good segue because we're going to start off talking about Star Wars.
Yes, we do have a lot of Star Wars stuff on the itinerary tonight, so...
So, I will start us off. This I thought was pretty funny stuff. The Star Wars Black Series is going to be doing a series of Christmas-themed, well, holiday-themed Stormtroopers coming, I would say, I think they're like within the next month or slightly over a month. And different stores each have a different exclusive, some easier to get than others. Best Buy has this, like, it's mostly green. I think that's a Sith Trooper.
Yes.
With red and white highlights and a little red and green Porg. Wait, is that a Porg or is that...
No, it's Babu Frick.
Yeah, that's Babu Frick. Why is he with a Sith Trooper?
Because they know Babu Frick is probably more popular than a Sith Trooper, and that's the selling point.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Yeah, that's...
the Porg is what you get next.
Yeah, okay, so that actually makes that figure slightly more desirable to me. So yeah, you got that one from Best Buy. You've got the Walmart. This is the Snow Trooper. I'm not a big fan of the Snow Trooper costume in general, but I do like the colors of this one. This one, I guess, is like the torso is all green, and his, like, I guess, Snow Trooper skirt is green, and then his legs and arms are red with head is mostly red with some white, and he comes with a little, like, I guess, black and white Porg with a red and green scarf.
Yeah, I think this figure is better than the first one, but the little accoutrement, the accompanying figure is cooler with the Sith Trooper.
I agree, although I do think that a little Porg with a green and red scarf is pretty great.
Well, then the next figure is even better. Yeah.
So then, this one is definitely better. This one is a Stormtrooper. Holiday edition, and this is again mostly green. He's got some... Oh, wait a second. I thought that was battle damage, but that's probably like an ugly sweater type design on there.
It is, yep.
And then some red for highlights on, like, the different parts of the armor, like the shoulder pads and the wrist gauntlets. And then he comes with a Porg snowman.
The best of the two Porgs so far.
A snow Porg.
Snow Porg.
Yeah, that one's good. Then I'm going to skip over the next one. I'm going to save that one for last.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll do GameStop next. And this is a clone trooper. This is, in my opinion, the ugliest of the batch. He has, God, it's really awful. It's mostly red. The chest plate is definitely ugly sweater design. There's kind of like a fade to green on the top of the helmet from the red. There's a couple of red, like the shoulder and the gauntlets are green. The boots are green and white striped, and he's got some kind of candy cane. What the hell is that thing?
I don't know. It almost looks like a hockey stick, but it's hard to, off the top of my head, I'm not really placing it with regular clone trooper weaponry.
Yeah, I guess it's the clone trooper almost hockey stick, like you said. And he comes with a little Porg with another scarf. That I think that's actually the least, the most lackluster of the Porgs. So that this one is just overall.
I agree.
It just, and it's sad. It's really sad because this is GameStop, where you would probably actually be able to find these figures, and they got the worst one.
Well, I mean, I don't know. As we'll talk about the last thing on the list, I don't know. I don't know if it's absolutely the worst, because I do agree from a color scheme perspective, it's worse than the Stormtrooper. Actually, it's kind of funny because the Stormtrooper in the box looks normal, but when it's standing outside the box, it kind of looks like it's a female stormtrooper. There's something about the way the proportions are. I like the clone trooper armor better than the stormtrooper armor. So I think I give it a little bit of a pass just because of the armor design, but I agree the base red is worse, and even though you do get a better view of the ugly sweater, but it does come with it does absolutely come with the worst accompanying figure of all of these. So yeah, I agree with that.
Then the one that I saved for last and is the Target exclusive, making it the hardest one to get. This one actually, out of all of them, when they announced these, you could really pre-order any of them through the websites except for this one. This one sold out like instantly for pre-order. I'm sure that they'll have some more available, but I don't know how many more. And this is the Range Trooper, which pretty much looks like Santa Claus. You got the mostly red with white accompaniments, the shoulder fur. You've got his red skirt with white lining, and then the gloves and the boots are black with, like, I guess white snow painting on them. And he comes with D.O. as a reindeer, as a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer version. So really, I mean, am I right? Can I call this one the best one?
I don't know. I think it is certainly the most uniformed of all these. I do like the fact. I mean, the Range Trooper doesn't do much for me as a design.
Yeah.
It earns some brownie points because it is Santa, and because it's Santa, then you have Rudolph. Slave labor, Rudolph. Guard my sleigh, you peasant. If I had to pick which one of these, now mind you, I don't really love any of these. So if I had to, forgetting about the little figures that they come with, if I had to pick one, I might actually pick the Snow Trooper. No, let me take that back. I might actually pick the regular Stormtrooper overall because of the weapon. I think I like that. But that Sith Trooper just looks so horrible. It almost looks like he's playing a guitar, for God's sake, the way he's holding with all that. But he's so busy around his midsection. But the color of the gun and his scarf and that one does come with Babu Frick. So at least I don't know. It's hard to say which one's the best because I don't like really any of these. But if you're looking for uniformity in theme and concept, then yes, your Range Trooper gets the plus for that.
Oh man, yeah. So overall, this is an interesting concept. I do like when they do stuff like this. I like it more when it's a droid and they do it at Disney because those are usually a little bit better. But Chris, holiday themed troopers is pretty great. And honestly, call it what it is. These are definitely Christmas themed troopers. There's none of these that are, Hanukkah themed or anything like that.
yes.
There are no Hanukkah themed. Which I think that would be cool. I think if they went for like blue and white and silver.
Clone Trooper would cry out to be a Hanukkah trooper. Real easy. Rex in Hanukkah gear.
Oh man. Okay, so let's move along.
Got so many pop-ups on these sites.
This.
I'm just trying to make sure I close the right thing, so I'm not closing you. Do you want me to do the child?
Well,
do you want to do? I'm fine with. Or skipping. Do you want me to do the Mandalorian and child from Target? Or whatever you want me to do. I'm willing to roll with.
Okay. So what I forgot about was the fact that the next link that we have for that vintage cardback child version comes with the Razor's Crest. So.
Oh, that's right. That is true. I do remember.
Yeah.
That,
so I mean, like you could go over the Razor Crest and then and mention the child also.
As they find where the hell the link is. Hold on. No. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Because it does mention it because it's all on the same. It's all on the same link. Okay. So you want me to
go for it?
All right. Let me close out the one we just did. Do. So yeah. So let's take a look at this sucker here. Now give me the backstory on this. Now was the child was not originally supposed to be part of the Razor
Correct.
Crest? Is that what the
yeah,
deal was
you know,
with this? And then,
it's kind of like the way that has Labs runs their what are they, crowdfunding type things, is that they have essentially stretch goals. So, like, they'll roll something out, and, you know, depending on how well it looks like it's being received, then they will add on, you know, different stretch goals to get. And the Razor Crest, you know, was doing really well right off the bat. So they added on this vintage card back version of the child. And this is it's a modern styled figure, and what is that thing, the little cocoon thing that he hangs out in?
Oh, the pram or whatever it is.
Yes, that's all modern sculpting, but it's on the vintage card back.
Yeah, vintage style. It's not 100%. If you just look at the card, it's not. I mean, as much as it can be, obviously, it's close enough. Let's put it that way. We know it can't really be classic because obviously there was no child figure when Kenner was so it's not like they can literally reprint the card backs like they've done with, you know, even with the Black Series for some of those figures, things like that. But yes, so let's talk about the Razor Crest itself. So the Vintage Collection Razor Crest is designed to be compatible with all the vintage scale figures. So it's 30 inches long, 20 inches wide, and 10.5 inches tall when it's sitting on the landing gear. Let's see. So the cockpit opens to reveal a fully detailed interior with 3 seats that fit vintage collector figures, detachable engines, and removable hull panels to recreate the season 1 scenes of the Jawas breaking down the ship.
Jesus Christ.
Well, let's be honest. Even though that show hasn't been on for long, I mean, it's like his ship being damaged or breaking down it's like part of the show pretty much almost every week, it seems. So it comes with a weapons locker, which includes removable show-inspired weapons. Carbon freezing chamber, that's a plus. Bounty hunters can make an entrance or a fast exit with opening rear and side doors and lowering ramps, removable landing gear, a bunk area with a space for a figure to hide. And of course, then we have, you know, the little bonus carded child figure, which comes with his little gear shift knob, his hover pram, and yeah. And what we can order all this stuff is still available to order through, the 9th, 11/9.
Yes.
It says we only have until 11:59 Eastern time, 11/9/2020 to add this on.
Yes, this is.
So that's your last chance to get the Razor Crest Plus, baby.
So basically, by the time they hear this episode, they're gonna have like a day to order this.
No. Well, no, because this one, as we're recording this should go out a couple days from now. So they're going to have more than like a day. Yes, they're not going to have a full week, but if this goes out on Thursday or something, they're going to have what did I say, the 9th? And today and tomorrow, they're going to have they'll have like for at least 3 or 4 days, I think.
Jesus, man. The fact that it comes with like 4 carbonite blocks, like that's really cool. And I guess they're double-sided.
But we also should mention the price.
Right. Jesus.
I know that's this is all the plus, and now here's the negative. The Razor Crest is priced at $349.99, set to release in fall of 2021. So this is like a sideshow collectible. It's like you're paying for something you'll get next year, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the negative. That's the negative. I mean, it's the scale for your classic size Star Wars figures, but the negative is that's a lot of moolah.
Oh my god. I'm looking at the other stretch goals. If they hit 15,000 backers, then there's a clear stand that you can place it on. So it looks like it's flying or so. And then if they get 17,000 backers, then an off-world Jawa Elder on a vintage card back comes with it. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's $350. It's a lot of money. you really got to want this thing. But if you do, and if you have the money to plunk down, they're calling it like the greatest like Star Wars vehicle that's ever been made. And I mean, honestly, I'm inclined to believe them with all the detailing and everything.
Yes, I would say looking at the details, even the non-color details here.
Yeah.
seeing everything in non-exciting gray. That it looks pretty cool. So if Star Wars is your thing, if vehicles are your thing, then this is certainly it certainly would be a good thing to add to your.
And the other thing is, like stuff like this it's a pretty good investment. Because they're not like, right now they're at 14,516 backers. So for one thing, they're 500 away from that clear base. But aside from that, like that means they're going to make 14,500 of these and that's it. And no more. So if you don't get one now, and this is something that you really want, then you're either going to pay $350 now, or you're probably going to be paying closer to like $600 or $700 later on the aftermarket. And that's conservative, because as cool as this thing is, like the only people that are selling it are going to be the ones that are buying it now to sell later on.
True.
So, this is definitely one of those things where if you want it, then definitely jump on it like immediately. I can't see them ever making anything like this, version of the ship ever again. So.
No, that's true, but you do have to be leery only because at some point they might actually you could see them making another variation of this somewhere down the road, depending on how the Mandalorian shapes up and things of that type. I mean, we have seen multiple versions of different main, big vehicles before, so.
That's true, but because of how detailed it is, and how much it's going to cost to make this thing, I think that
it won't be the same.
Well, it's definitely not going to. I just don't think that they'd do it. I think if anything, it would be like an incredibly smaller version where like you'll be able to fit like one person, you'll be able to fit the Mandalorian and the child crammed in the front, and maybe two other people in the ship, and it's not going to be remotely like this. So
I would tend to agree. It still makes me cautious to spend that much money, but then again, I'm not nearly as into Star Wars vehicles as I was never that huge into the vehicles. I mean, I did have some, obviously. I still have remnants anyway. A huge percentage of the original Millennium Falcon and things like that. So, but yeah, it's definitely the vehicle to have. There's no doubt. There's certainly nothing that we saw introduced in the sequel trilogy that anybody would want.
Yeah.
So this is definitely
no, absolutely. Like as far as everybody's concerned, like Mandalorian is like it's carrying the banner for Star Wars right now. So this is your chance to own the ship. So
I agree.
Moving along. And keeping with Mandalorian, Target has an exclusive, we'll call it a deluxe pack. It's the Black Series. It's Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, and the Child. This deluxe, 1.5 pack, we'll call it, comes with the Mandalorian figure. It's a, cool version. This is, him with his advanced, upgraded armor with the symbol on the arm and everything like that. Comes with the Child. The Child comes with the Pram. Mandalorian comes with his rocket pack, his gun. Comes with some Beskar. He comes with a tracking unit to track bounties. And the biggest selling point for this is that it comes with the option to take the helmet off. So if that is your thing, if you want a Pedro Pascal figure, here's your chance to get it with the version of the Child with the Pram. Now you see, when they announced that the Child with the Razor Crest on the vintage card box, it was a little irritating just because, like I said, I'm like, okay, well, they released a Black Series version of the Child for $10, and it came in like a tiny little box, and it's freaking awesome. And then they announced like the Razor's Crest, and it's like, oh yeah, we're going to give you another version of the Child, this one with a little open mouth, which I believe is, it's definitely different than the Black Series Child that comes in his own little pack. But I mean, like, the really cool thing is that it came with the pram. And it's like, who the hell wants to spend $350 just to get the pram and the Child? Like, nobody's doing that. So, now all of a sudden they've got this deluxe pack with an unmasked version of the Mandalorian. Pretty cool. And, I mean, you could keep his mask on and you'll, never have to look at his ugly mug. But, I mean,
but you won't make Pedro Pascal happy. Apparently.
Those are unsubstantiated rumors. He knew what he was signing on for.
That is true.
But and you get this. This is $35. Comes with an awesome figure of the Mandalorian. Comes with the Child. Comes with the rocket pack, all the other cool accessories, and the pram. So I think that's a pretty cool deal. It is also pre-sold out at Target, and of course you can only get it at Target. So, cross your fingers, hope for a restock or whatever.
Yeah, we all know how those Target exclusives go, which means maybe we just keep our eyes peeled for Big Bad Toy Store. Since it worked well for Cyborg Superman. More than once, actually, because I don't know if he's still listed currently, but I know he returned after the first time he popped up in Big Bad.
How much was he there?
He was obviously expensive the first time. I don't know. I'll look as we speak. I think he was cheaper the second time. But again, that's just another exclusive that should never have been, since it's a Target. No, they $30.
That's not bad.
$30. No, they have them in stock as we speak. Cyborg Superman exclusive. Exclusive not for them, but
yeah.
But if you pay the right people.
Yeah, we got this other cool exclusive from somebody else.
That's right. That's still weird. All right.
Okay.
So, all right. So I'll do the little Star Wars. Now we're starting to go down to the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the Star Wars stuff. The Star Wars Retro Collection, the Child, which I assume is still the same size as the vintage.
Probably.
Collection. It's a much crappier sculpt. It's Baby Yoda with Frog and Pram, except Baby Yoda looks basically like Yoda. He doesn't really look like the Child. He just looks like Yoda, but maybe a few less wrinkles.
Oh, I think I think he's a little babyish.
He is a little babyish. Yes, I'm mocking him slightly, but for $10, and it looks like his head might turn too. His arm, it looks like he has articulation in his arms, and his head gives the impression it could turn. But it looks like these retro figures are a whole lot less articulated than you would expect. It's $9.99. It's available for pre-order now on Target. So I guess if you're looking for your bare bones Baby Yoda, if you're looking for a child figure and you want something just to represent, maybe this is the Child for you.
The thing that I like about this is that, for one thing, it's $10. You get yourself a vintage, style, the retro style Baby Yoda, which, is that in and of itself is kind of hit or miss, but, it's still cute in its own way. But more importantly, like, this is $10 and you got a pram. And, I'm sure that you could fit the Black Collection, version of the Child in that pram. So if you really want to go bare bones and just really want a pram for your Child, there you go. And you got the little froggy too.
Yep.
So, I think this is really cute, and I think it's a really, decent bargain for $10.
Yes, you'll get the people who either didn't want to spend for the more expensive versions of the Child, or someone who just happens to be, if you happen to see this figure in the store and it's like, oh, he's cute, I'll buy him. And it's $10, I can justify it.
Okay. Okay, so next up, this is the next two links is basically the same thing, but as of today that we record this, November 1st, Lego Ideas 123 Sesame Street is officially available. So this is based off of the Lego Ideas that we discussed. I don't know if it was the last time around or the time before that. But yeah, so they finally, got around to making it. This final set is much smaller and simplified than the Lego Ideas version. But on the plus side, like, that means that it goes from costing like $300 to $120. So I think it's a pretty nice looking set. You get minifigures of Cookie Monster, Elmo, Bert and Ernie, Big Bird, and what is kind of like a minifigure of Oscar the Grouch, even though it's just like a garbage can and a ball with his head printed on it.
No Grover, man?
No Grover. I mean,
that's a fail, man.
I have to believe. So, reading the reviews from the Brick Fan, which is where, anybody should really go for their Lego news and information. Their critique of Cookie Monster and Elmo, the minifigures, was that the bodies are just like solid colors. There's no fur printing or anything like that. So it's kind of boring. Similar problem with Oscar the Grouch, like it's just a ball. There's no texture or fur or anything like that. So it is kind of simplified, but I mean, like, it's still really cool. You've when you look at Bert and Ernie's like little apartment, you've got the bath with the rubber ducky. You've got their two beds. It's just, there's so many details, like with Elmo, you've got his bed, you've got his photos, that he has on the wall with his relatives. You got his goldfish. You got Big Bird's nest, Cookie Monster's apartment. There's like even like Easter eggs and things like that. Like there's one point where like you go around the corner or something like that, and there's a photo of a Lego-ized version of Mr. Hooper.
Yep.
So it's just like that's really nice. Like that's like the kind of stuff that they have like that is really nice. Now, knowing how many characters there are from Sesame Street makes me think that this could be a like a minifigure set that we'll see in the future. To, so that we could get Grover and then Super Grover and Guy Smiley and,
the Count.
Man, there's a ton of characters. Listen, I would even take like another set so that they could give us Snuffleupagus. But
hey, actually, if you look at the back of the back of Cookie Monster's head shows some texture.
Let's see.
And actually, it looks like Elmo too. I'm looking at the individual pics of the minifigures.
Yeah. Look at that. Okay, yeah. Well, the heads definitely have texture.
But you're right. The bodies are
just bare bones. Like,
they've been waxed.
Like, even if they had done like a darker shade of red, with like fur printed on there, I think it would have been kind of nice. But I mean.
Well, at least they didn't go cheap on Big Bird.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can't go cheap with Big Bird. Like that's kind of like the trade-offs are. This is a $120 set, so you take your Elmo and you enjoy it, and here's a Big Bird to take your mind off that. I mean,
drown your sorrows.
Yeah, the Big Bird is like freaking perfect. Like they had to like actually make new arms, the wings instead of arms for it. So that's like three brand new pieces that they had to make for that one. So I guess we'll deal with them going the cheap route on Elmo and Cookie Monster. But I mean, yeah, it's just really, really cool set. It's really neat that they made this.
It's a nice set. It's definitely a nice set.
So that's, like I said, available today. And then we'll wait and see if we get any more. Yeah, there's actually, like, there's a couple of, in the Easter eggs, Like, there is a picture of the Count in Cookie Monster's little apartment, and on the TV is Guy Smiley. So, pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. So how are we going to talk about the Lego review?
Oh,
the second reason.
Okay, so we're going to... We're doing the Lego Ideas review differently this time around because there's 30-something designs. So instead of like going through each and every single one and looking at it up close, we have the photo that basically takes a snapshot of all of them. Like, is one tiny little photo of each project and the name of it, and that's basically like all we have to go on. So, hold on one second. So we're going to go through here, and we're going to base our opinions on just what we are able to see in these tiny little pictures.
Which ain't easy.
No, it's definitely not easy. Might actually be pretty hard to read some of these things, but that's all we're going to give. I said to Mark, I'm like, if there's any that you really liked, then let me know, and I'll pull up the link and we can look at it closer. And he didn't, so we won't.
Well, I was looking at this. Yeah. I was looking, and there's a few that I like, but I didn't think it was necessarily worth singling out.
I would agree. So I'll just run through the names and give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, whether you like it, whether you don't, whether you think it has no chance, has a chance, whatever.
Okay.
The Mountain Windmill.
I kind of like it, but think no chance.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool design. I think this has a chance, but, like anybody could really do the windmill. I think you could probably make a better windmill than this. From the TV show Community, it's the Greendale Community College.
I'm not a big Community guy, but sorry, Chad. Not that he'll listen to this anyway, but yeah, hashtag Chad's still alive. But I think that it's hard to judge, how Community's popularity translates into Lego, So I think this has a shot. It wouldn't be just by the nature of the whole concept of this. It wouldn't be anything I would gravitate towards, but I would say it might have an outside shot.
Yeah. I don't think it has this, like Friends, you could kind of understand. Did they end up doing the Golden Girls? I can't remember.
For some reason, I want to say no, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I don't actually remember if they did, but they have been known to do sets like this. I don't believe that Community is popular enough, but I mean, I've been wrong about a lot of things. So next up is Lego Hero Quest, which I guess is a Lego version of the game.
Don't know enough.
Yeah, I could not care any less about that. The Brick West Studios.
I think that has maybe a slight chance, just because I'm assuming it's just a movie studio prop, basically.
Yeah.
It looks kind of boring because it's set in the desert, so I kind of think that might hurt its appeal, but I don't know. Maybe I think it has a shot, but I wouldn't think it has a great shot.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like, and I mean, granted, I'm going from a very tiny photo with very few details, but it looks like it probably has some decent elements to it. It's just that it's also kind of all over the place. Like, it's one thing to have like a saloon or a Western, type building, and then there's another thing to have like a trailer and like cameras and things like that. And this set like combines them both, and it's just not really anything that I'm interested in. Next we have the House from Up.
Does it have the balloons? Because you can't even see it.
Well, we can't see it, but I'm sure that it probably has to have some balloons. Yeah, it's got to have balloons.
It's cute. I don't know what the play value is on that. I would probably say no to that. Plus, I also don't know how Up is held up, but over the years. So sorry about that. But yeah, I'm probably going to say I don't think this one probably has a really good shot.
I think it has a better shot than you think. I think it definitely has that, that sight recognition. It has that Disney appeal. it's a cute little house, and if it has all the balloons up top, I think that'd be neat looking. I think it has a shot. Next up, we have the Animal Crossing New Horizons Nook's Cranny. This is from the Animal Crossing's game.
Means nothing to me.
Yeah, Chad would love this, but
probably that in Community, he'd be needing to change of pants maybe after all these Lego sets.
Chad, if Chad even listened to us, he'd be like, "Oh, come on, guys, those are the best sets." But
it'll be a good litmus test to see if he actually listens.
Yeah, I think that Animal Crossing definitely has its fans. I don't think that this building is distinct enough to really warrant a Lego set at all. Anyway, I guess we could probably go through these a little bit faster. This next one is what is that? I don't even know what the hell this is. I can't even see the words. Trabant 601?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'll say no. Night at the Museum.
Well, here's the thing. Somebody really wants a Night at the Museum set. Because it seems like every time we do one of these, there's a Night at the Museum from one of the multiple movies. So while I still don't think it's probable, at some point it's probably going to get made just because somebody obviously has a lot invested in getting this. But again, by the picture, it's hard to tell how cool it looks. I mean, conceptually, it could be cool.
Yeah, definitely.
But the picture is so small, it's hard to say. So I would say this is probably in the upper 50% of what we're looking at as far as having a chance.
Yeah, I like this one. You can clearly see a dinosaur bones, skeleton, probably the T-Rex. You've got the giant globe. That's about all that we can see, but. Listen, I like the Museum of Natural History in general. I like the Night at the Museum movies. I think that this would be a fun set. So I would hope that this gets, picked up at some point. Next up, we have the Fast Food Corner, which looks like, I guess, something of a modular building with a fast food restaurant in it.
Again, it's hard to judge on this.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily thumbs down on this, but it depends. But again, I think we'd have to see a little bit more, other than the big fries and the shake thing in the middle of the whole layout.
Yeah, it's. Oh, and I guess that's a burger underneath them.
I think so.
Yeah.
Unless it's a crate dragon egg pearl. It's a pearl.
Yeah, I think this is bad. Are you an Avatar: The Last Airbender fan?
No, but I don't think there's enough of them to make this a probability.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of Avatar fans, but I don't think that this set is particularly great to warrant being made. This is, I think it's Appa, the big thing that they ride on along with the main characters. So it's just kind of lackluster. Next up, from a game that I really enjoy, is Portal 2. This is GLaDOS versus Shell and Wheatley. I like the game a lot, and I can see the elements from it. I will say that I don't see this getting made at all.
I agree.
Next up, we have the BMW. Is that the M1?
That's what it
looks like. Two different colored versions of it. I guess this has a shot. It's not a bad looking car.
Yeah, things like this always have a shot, so it's hard to rule it out automatically.
Next we have the Caribbean Clipper. Which
I'm pretty sure they made I'm pretty sure they actually had a boat like this when they first did the pirate set. I think they had something called that because I'm pretty sure I had it. Anything pirates related and stuff, it has a shot.
Yeah,
it has. It's nothing special. It's not. I mean, if you're looking for unique ideas, no. Yeah. But does it have a shot because of play value? Because obviously, we'll get to the Imperial Army thing, which actually is the only one I actually did go look at individually. But the Clipper has a shot, but again, it's not likely because it's just there.
Yeah, you're right. This would sell, but like, why would you use the Lego Ideas version and not just make your own and then not have to, pay out money? Next up is the Sheriff's Safe with combination lock. This to me, okay, it looks cool, but who the hell wants a safe made out of Legos?
Yeah, I agree. There's not a whole lot of play value there.
Not even that.
I forgot the combination.
It's like, let me keep all my gold and riches in this Lego safe, and like all somebody has to do is like
throw it on
push
the ground.
It over. Like, Jesus Christ.
But from a hiding in plain sight perspective, it's pretty cool. It's like, oh, look at that, it's a Lego safe. They wouldn't put anything of value in there.
God. That'd be the first place that I check for anything. And let me tell you, I would not be going for the combination. I would just smash it on the floor. Next we have the 31 Minutes TV Studio.
Menudos, baby. Menudos.
Okay, 31 Menudos TV Studio.
So the answer is no. Moving on.
I don't
know what 31 Menudos is. Obviously, it must be a Spanish show.
Or something from like TikTok or YouTube or something.
Maybe. It's got to be something. But either way,
yeah.
No.
Next is the Southwest 737-800, an airplane. Yeah, no.
I don't think
definitely
so.
Not. Here, this is really out there. Terry Pratchett's Discworld.
No idea. It does look kind of. It looks cool just as a general layout or picture of not knowing what the hell it is. It does grab your attention, but again, I don't know. It is. You're right. It's pretty obscure.
Yeah. It's like I agree. Good design, but too obscure. Next is the Seasons in Time calendar. This looks like a perpetual calendar that you can switch out the, I guess, display at the bottom with like whatever the season is. Looks like trees and flowers or whatever.
Yep. This
I like.
It's simple.
Yes.
Impractical.
Well,
so those are two important things. I'm not sure if it's hard to judge what gains popularity and gets support here. As we can see in our presidential race, which will be over by the time this comes out. Well, it might be over.
Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely not going to be over.
But I could see this gaining popularity or getting support.
Depending on how much that cost, I would consider getting it. I don't necessarily need anything that big. But if like the trees are like the size of like an actual Lego tree, and they make the clock itself a little smaller, or the calendar itself a little smaller, like this would go nicely on a desk. So
yes.
Next up we have the Exploratorium.
The hell is that?
I don't know what it is. It's got to be from something, but. I don't know what it is. I don't really care, and it looks awful. Let's see, Explorer.
I know. I was trying to look it up too. It's a game. I think it's a game.
Okay. Also, it looks like there's a museum called the Exploratorium. All
right. So maybe that. Let's see. Exploratorium and Sunken Scrap. I'm looking at something on DeviantArt, which is a picture.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if I can get it. If it's my God, if you could click on 1,000 things before you get a decent picture.
Yeah.
From the Flightworks series, whatever the hell that is. Hold on, I'll send you over this picture.
Oh boy, here we go.
I know. I gotta open up the chat because I closed it. It's coming at you now, hot and heavy.
Oh, there it is. Jesus Christ.
So this puts it in slight perspective.
Wow.
It certainly would be it'd be detailed.
God almighty, that looks like... Ugh. I hate it.
So it's obviously a ship.
I
think it's supposed to be a ship, I think. Or it's either it's on a dock, one of the two, because you can see the water in that picture. And the picture that I sent you. And it's got an anchor attached to it, too. So it's got to, obviously, it must be really... Yeah, it's busy. It's really busy.
Yeah.
I could see from a detail perspective why some people might like it, but nah, I'm still going to go with my no.
Yeah, I hate it. I really just hate looking at it. Okay. Next up is the Hocus Pocus Sanderson Sisters Cottage.
Would do nothing for me, but...
The movie has a lot of nostalgia. It has a lot of fans. I think that one has a shot. I think it has a good shot, actually. So, have you watched the show Schitt's Creek, Mark?
Not yet. It's been perpetually sitting in my queue for years on Netflix.
Lauren actually just started watching this like a week ago. So, it's not really my cup of tea, because while there are certain things that are like really, really funny, like there's also like such a high like cringe factor to this show that it's just like it's kind of painful to watch sometimes. That said, I do not think that a Lego set based on the motel that they stay at is a good Lego idea.
I would tend to agree with that.
Yeah. We got the Gold Rush Mine Train roller coaster.
I kind of like that one.
I love it. I think it's a great design.
You know, it almost it reminds me a tad of a little bit of that waterfall one we kind of voted down the last time. That had the for whatever the hell they used to get they had the real rolling waterfall, but it wasn't really water.
Oh.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's almost like they took some elements of that and combined it to this, but I do like this. There's a certain element of the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train meets Splash Mountain in this.
Yeah, it's nice. It's it's good colors, good design. It's cute. This is a cute one.
It is cute.
I don't know how likely this is to move on, but I do like it.
Might have a shot. It might have a shot, depending how the actual roller coaster cars move. It could have a shot.
Yeah, maybe from the playability factor. Yep. Next up, we have Vincent Van Gogh's The Starry Night, and this is my favorite.
It's kind of funny. I like this one too. I don't think it probably has much of a shot, but again, you're going by this little picture, so it's hard to really know what the playset's going to actually be. But because of the uniqueness of this by itself, this was one of my favorites too.
I think that there are a couple of pieces of art that would work as Lego sets. And I mean, like, this is just about one of the most famous pieces of art that's ever been made. So, like this and the Mona Lisa, like I can see being Lego sets. And this, like, it's cool because it's 3D. Like this takes like a really cool piece of art and really reimagines it and serves it in a brand new format that, that's still kind of shows off the beauty of the original. And you also get a Vincent Van Gogh minifigure, so I think that's great.
I would agree. I think that is definitely one of my favorites on this of the list overall, and certainly up to this point, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, out of all of these, I think that's the one where if they made it, I kind of have to buy it. I mean, depending on cost, but if it was affordable, I would have to get that. Next up is the Fortress Imperial Army. You mentioned you looked this one up?
I did look this one up. I looked this one up because I was curious. Imperial Army could be anything. It could be feudal Japan. It could be anything. But the White Castle kind of drew me in. Now the thing that's a negative to me about this is I would be really I'd be willing to bet like big bucks that the majority of the layout of this castle was once again something from the original line of these soldiers and pirates things that they came out with in the 80s. When they did these, because I really think this. I am pretty. Other than the blue water that they added in, which is a nice touch.
Yeah.
But I am pretty sure that the majority, if not of the layout of this castle, is other than the color, because the color was not white. I think the color might have been blue or yellow or something. That it definitely was not white and brown or whatever. That I'm pretty sure the main layout of this set was used before back in the day. So I don't think from an originality perspective this ranks high.
No.
From a play value perspective, yes, it could. You have this now, mind you. You don't really have pirates really to go along to fight the soldiers. So this is like an accompanying set, but there could be potential play value here. So and I did, and the White Castle did draw me in, and I do like sets like this. So again, it's kind of simplistic, and it has play value. So I think on that level, I think it's kind of cool. But
yeah, I mean, it's got play value, but I mean, aside from that, like I wasn't really drawn in by the design based on the tiny little square picture that I'm looking at. Next up, we have the Seagull Bay Lighthouse Imperial Fortress.
I'm trying to look that one up as we speak.
Yeah, this. I don't know. Let's
see what it looks like.
I'm pretty sure that even looking at like a full-size version of this, I still would not be very impressed.
You would be correct, sir. Even though it is very, very colorful. It is. I mean, I'm gonna send you this. It's very colorful. So but again, and the one thing you have to give this fortress over the one we just looked at. This has a tremendous amount of heavy artillery. It's got cannons up the wazoo. So if you're looking from a real fortress, now mind you, it's super cheap. This is like your classic Lego if you're trying to use water, because the whole base is like that light blue. Mm-hmm. So they're not getting fancy at all here. But if you look at, first of all, the castle, the fortress itself is extremely colorful.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Very tropical, but the thing that's impressive, it does, from an armament perspective. I mean, this is it comes with a lot of cannons, and a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
So again, it's almost like if they'd taken some of the armament from this fortress and added it into the other, it would be almost like a perfect combination. I like the skeletons hanging from the by their neck. Yeah, that's really nice.
That's definitely not going to make it into the final version.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but it reminds me of the beginning of Johnny Depp's entrance into Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But
first time.
Yes. Yes, but it's but I do like the fact that at least they make it look like it's like a real fort on that level, because the fact that it's they got guns, they pretty much got cannons all over the place. I don't know. It might be too colorful, but it's obviously a different deco design, so that's so. But
I mean, to me, this looks like something that it could sell as like a regular set, but as far as an ideas set, I don't really think that it's that special.
Oh, I agree.
And I don't think they did anything that amazing that it's like, oh yeah, you know what, let's give them credit for that and give them that. Next up, we have the bakery, which looks like a cross between any other like modular generic building and a haunted house that's not haunted.
And yes, I mean the building itself could potentially be cool, but it also makes you wonder about the play value. If you're small enough, it's a bakery. You could have fun with a bakery like anything else. I mean, everything is only to a certain extent depending on your age, it's all limited to your imagination. I mean, a post office can be boring. When you think about it, a post office could be inherently boring because of the repetition of it, but yet, if you're a kid, you can have fun with it. Like the old Fisher-Price villages, when you got to deliver the mail, they had the mail vehicle, and they had mails for everybody's slots, and they had this, it's like, you could have fun with that. That was pretty clever ideas to have them, to be able to deliver mail to the firehouse and all the other shops. So it depends on. You can't poo-poo the play value of it, but it does seem rather elaborate and yet potentially not that interesting for a baker.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I think you nailed it right there at the end. Like, it could definitely have play value, but it's incredibly elaborate. It would likely be somewhere on the order of like $200 or more, possibly $300 for a bakery that really isn't that outstanding looking from the little rectangle.
I agree.
Next up, we have the Bangladesh National Parliament.
Talk about a narrow focus. We don't even know what it would look like inside, assuming there is an inside, but I'm going to say, sorry, Bangladeshers, we're going to say no to this one.
Yeah, we're going to lose all our Bangladesh listeners,
that's right.
But oh well. Next up is the Lego Doggo, which is a bunch of cute little puppy dogs made out of Legos.
Who look way too uniformed in color.
Well, I mean, if you imagine that you're not going to be able to build all of those, and it's enough to build like 2 at a time.
That's true.
And then those are the options for the dogs that you can build with the given pieces. That'd be pretty cute.
But I'm still voting no.
I would give this one a maybe. I'd give that a maybe. I think, people like puppies. They like dogs. Whatever. It's got a shot. Next up is the Zen Bonsai.
From a meditation perspective, this might have potential.
I mean, conceptually, I hate this because it defeats the entire purpose of bonsai. You can't trim anything off. Oh, sad.
But you can't kill it either.
Well, it's a matter of perspective.
You can destroy it, that's true. But you can put it back together.
Which, again, defeats the purpose of bonsai.
Steve, right.
Next, you have the Naruto Ichiyaku Ramen Shop.
I'm going to go for no on that one.
As much as I have no interest in Naruto, I know that Naruto has its fans, but also a ramen shop is not completely, undesirable. That's a decent idea. That is definitely a decent idea, because even if you're not into Naruto, I think a ramen shop has at least some potential. I don't know how much, but...
More details are necessary.
I mean, I'm sure that if you looked up close, it would be cooler, but whatever. Next up, we have the Temple of Hermit.
Hermit the Frog. Again, it's hard to tell by this little picture. The design of the house, obviously they're going for the whole Oriental look. It could be cool. Again, I don't know, but based on this little snippet, the play value would probably be a negative. So I would lean towards no. Yeah, I agree. I do like this style of architecture, but I don't think that it was well executed here in a way that would make me want to buy it. Next up, we have the Ocean House. Looks like a little bungalow off of a body of water or some sort. Doesn't do much for me.
I think it's interesting looking from what I'm looking at. I definitely think it's interesting looking. I don't think that it has enough play value to warrant, being made, but I'll give them credit. I think it's cool looking. Next up, we have the Medieval Market.
I like medieval action figures, Lego minifigs and stuff. Again, if I could see more of this, then I might have a better idea. conceptually, a market doesn't seem overly thrilling. I guess if you have enough armed knights in the market, it could be interesting because there could be a lot of conflict.
Yeah.
That turkey leg is mine. but it seems like and don't get me wrong, if you're building a whole medieval world and you need different sets here and there, I guess you do need a market. It is a practical set, but I don't know. But again, the play value, I'm not entirely sure. Plus, I don't know about the gigantic building too. You wouldn't think of a medieval market as being that tall, right?
Yeah. Why does a medieval market have like a giant clock tower?
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't make a lot of sense on that level. So
no, I completely agree. I think if you're gonna do anything medieval, like some kind of arena with like a jousting area, would probably be the way to go. Yes. Next up, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout Course. I guess this is based off a video game.
It's colorful.
It is. Some would say colorful. Some would say garish. I would consider this a hard pass.
First, when I read that, it's like Fall Guys. They're making a Lego set from the Lee Majors show. It's like no.
That would fare better in my eyes.
There could be a lot. Hey, he was a stuntman. There could be tremendous play value out of a stuntman Lego playset. I give a slight plus to the fact that it's off the beaten path for colors. I can appreciate that, but again, I don't think it doesn't have any interest for me.
Whenever I don't know why, but for some godforsaken reason, I always confuse Magnum PI with the Fall Guy. So, like, when I saw Fall Guy, I'm like, I'd probably be somewhat interested in a Magnum PI set. But, no, definitely not this.
No.
And then, finally, the last one, finally, Ratatouille Reopen the Doors. It's a Ratatouille set.
It's hard to know because it's hard to see.
Well, that's the nature of all of these for us.
I know, but I mean, it could have potential. I mean, it looks like, from a building perspective, it looks impressive. So,
yeah.
So to me, I certainly, if we were like going through this, which we're not, but if we were going back through this and making, like 15 move on out of these 30 or whatever, that this would definitely be one of the ones without hesitation, I moved to the second round. Boom, boom, boom. I wouldn't even be close to it. This wouldn't be one of those borderline ones for me. This would be this like the mine train roller coaster thing would be just moved right, that would be pretty instantaneous that it's getting rolled at least into the next round. It just, as far as making a final decision, it really would come down to getting a better look at the inside of it and the play value. Timing would be good since it looks like maybe next year the Ratatouille ride will open at Disney World.
Yeah. I honestly don't have as much faith in the Ratatouille fan base coming out to support a Lego set as you do, but
I don't necessarily think there's a huge fan base for Ratatouille itself, but if there's still a Disney fan base and there's a chance. So I think that, and I also try to look at it from a play value perspective. It would potentially have play value depending on what the inside it looked like and the figures that you got. So as opposed to like the bonsai, which has no play value whatsoever.
Yeah.
You just look at it and go, it's almost like a bonsai tree.
Out of all of these, looking at them real quick, I think the ones that have the best shot are the House from Up, the Night at the Museum, and the Vincent van Gogh Starry Night, with like an honorable mention to the Lego Doggos.
You bumped your seasons in time calendar?
I mean, I do like that. I don't know how likely it is that will get made.
Yeah, I mean, it's not... Yeah, I mean, I honestly could see that. I have no idea what would really be likely here. I think Starry Night's got a pretty good shot. I still think, I don't know, I think the roller coaster might have a shot. They usually like some of these elaborate sets, or these play sets, even related to shows, but it's hard to judge Community. I don't know if there's a big community Lego following, so I guess maybe Night at the Museum probably would be the other one I would pick too, just because if for no other reason, they've been knocking down that door long enough that eventually you figure they gotta kick it open one of these days.
Okay. Moving on. Do you wanna tackle the New York Comic Con shared retail exclusive what you know what I mean?
That's the one with Snake Plissken and all those.
Yes, indeed.
Because luckily this one they give you a huge picture. Unfortunately, so you actually can click on it and you can actually look, but it doesn't. But does it break it down to tell you who everybody is? You're just gonna have to know who everybody is. Oh
yeah, that is true.
So we will have to work through these together here.
Now,
good.
This is all kind of moot because the convention passed, but just preface it as these were the New York Comic Con shared exclusives.
So what happened to the show onlys? How do you get those?
They had a lottery, an online lottery that anybody that had a Funko account could sign up for, and then they basically sent you an email saying that whether or not you would have it or not, and your scheduled time to buy exclusives. And it was kind of messy. I think like people were using bots to get extra spots. They didn't let anybody know when they were gonna let people know. So like basically like you just kind of like had to like wait. And like later on, you'd see like on message boards and stuff like that they had already sent out all of their invites and didn't tell anybody that they were done. So it was kind of messy to say the least. But I mean, like if the exclusive was shared, you had like a shot. They also said that they were really going to try and push to get all of the exclusives to drop at the same time, and I don't think that happened either, but that's not really much of a surprise.
No. Alright, so again, you're gonna have to jump in with a lot of these, because again, I don't know all these. So
that's fine.
So for the show only, who the hell's the first one?
That is a bloody version of somebody from Umbrella Academy.
I figured it was something like that, but I haven't watched that show. So
me neither.
So that character and Snake Plissken were the show only ones. So obviously Snake Plissken would have been the winner of the two of those.
Yeah.
So the Amazon exclusives there was a Jiminy Cricket. There's the Child. There's Andre the Giant from Princess Bride. And who's the chick?
That's Robin Sparkles from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, yes. Something else that means nothing to me. Bam. What's the hell's that?
That is, I want to say George Weasley from one of the Harry Potters.
Oh, was that the one from Goblet of Fire?
Yes, it is.
He was rooting on Victor, right? At that point.
Yep, Victor Crumb.
Until Victor had the hots for Hermione. You bastard!
Yep.
All right, so the Funko Shop exclusives, obviously one's the Joker. Is that from the animated show or something?
That, I'm not 100% sure. That's, I think, like a stylized version that they've had for a while, and like a new take on it or so.
Yeah, most of these are going to be. But is that the Weasley mother?
That is the Weasley mother with the house that they all live in.
Yes, luckily I was able to pull that one out of my what just by seeing the wand and following the Ron Weasley theme. So we have one of the Dum Dum mascot, the lollipop mascot.
Yep.
Who's the guy next to him?
That is Admiral McCheese, I think. No, Admiral McFish. It's something from McDonald's.
Yes, I see the M. You're right. You're right. That probably is related to the fillet of fish. Now I'm completely lost with the bird. The only other part I get out of this is I get the She-Ra and I get the Freddy Funko in this, which I don't like the whole Funko soda line to begin with. I get those, and obviously it's this is Luke and Leia from right. It's supposed to be Luke and Leia training from Rise of Skywalker. I'm guessing.
I guess. I have no idea.
I would have to assume that's it because they both had helmets on, even though Luke's was the one. Yeah, they both had like a blaster shields on, and
okay.
So that's what I'm guessing. I'm embarrassed to say I forgot the mice.
You know, I probably could have told you at one point. I think it's Pixie and Mixie.
Yes, I think you were correct. Pixie and Mixie, Hanna-Barbera. But yeah. I'm clueless about the New York Comic Con chick.
Okay, so it's a pigeon, the New York Comic Con pigeon in the superhero outfit, and the other one is a Funko Pop of the Pizza Rat, which was a New York meme that went viral.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, with the rat taking the pizza down the steps.
Yeah, that was over a year ago though. That was a year and a half ago that went viral. So. Because the Staten Island Yankees made that their temporary mascot. They put out merchandise with the Pizza Rat logo, and it was actually a really well done, cool looking logo. Not compared to this pop Funko of the Pizza Rat is just stupid. It's ugly. It's dumb. Anyway, moving on.
That sums up actually a lot of these exclusives. Actually, unlike the Barnes and Noble ones, which are actually good, and I actually know them, so that's a plus. So you actually have a Wonder Woman 84 if we ever lived long enough to see that movie with her.
By the time we see it, it'll be Wonder Woman 85.
in COVID 2025. Well, Wonder Woman with her lasso of truth around riding the lightning. Yep. Plus you have Venomized Magneto, which is actually very cool.
Is that what that is?
I think so.
I guess that makes sense.
I think that is.
I didn't know if it was Venomized Magneto or Zombie Magneto, but that Venom makes more sense.
I think, yeah, because of the tendrils and everything. I'm pretty sure that's. I would not mind getting that one. Box Lunch has a zombie Daredevil. It has the couple from Up in younger days.
Mm-hmm.
What's the dog? Or the tiger?
Arcanine? That's a Pokemon Arcanine.
Okay, that makes sense why it means nothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Entertainment Earth, what are those, SpongeBob figures?
Yeah, that's Mermaid Boy and or Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. That's it.
They're knockoff of, obviously, Aquaman and Aqualad.
That's it.
FYE, thank God, another one I know. You have Baker Stitch, which actually is not a bad version of Stitch. I mean, Stitch does not translate into Pop Funko form well at all, but that one's not bad. All right, what's the deal with the Flock Dog for GameStop?
Okay, that corgi is from Cowboy Bebop, and it comes with a shirt. Ed, and I guess his name is Ein.
Ed Ein, yeah.
Ed is the kid, and Ein is the dog. I think maybe it's Einstein. Ein for short.
Maybe. That would make sense.
Could be.
Not an original name for a dog, as we know, but but if it fits, if the paw print fits. All right, so we have Beetlejuice. Who's the werewolf?
That
Teen Wolf.
I believe it's Bart Simpson from one of the Treehouse of Horrors.
Really? It doesn't even look like Bart Simpson. I mean, I guess it kind of does, but maybe with the shoes, maybe, I don't know. All right.
You got the blue shorts.
Yeah, that's true. It does have the blue shorts. What's the deal with the Asian-looking thing?
I don't know that one.
Then it's what Beast.
You got me on that one.
Beast Man, 10-inch Beast Man.
Yep.
And what the hell's the thing to the right of him?
That is Miles Morales from the Spider-Man Into the Multiverse, where he is using his camouflage to blend in with graffiti.
I would never have gotten that. It looks nice though. I watched that movie one time and I fell asleep on it, and I've never watched it again, despite the fact that that's in my queue. It's good. That one's worth watching. I know. To be fair, I probably was awake for this part. I fell asleep in the beginning, but it's a nice looking set though, by color alone.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so for Hot Topic, let's see. We got Nightwing. I know Nightwing. Mm-hmm. We have Red Goblin, Venomized Red Goblin.
Yes.
Other than that, help me. I know. Obviously, what's his face is from The Simpsons, so I don't remember the character.
Yeah, comic book guy is from The Simpsons. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure who the other guys are. I want to say that. No, I just don't know.
If that sums it up, it's not really that bad. Let's call the second guy Rorschach, because he's like English Rorschach.
Listen, honestly, my guess is that they're either from an anime or like League of Legends or some video game, something like that. That's basically what we're looking at there.
Yeah, means very little to me. Target, we have an angry flocked Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the other two?
Okay, so the one in green, I believe, is a retro figure, one of the G.I. Joe characters. Somebody from G.I. Joe, I think.
Yeah, that would make sense. I'm trying to see what's on his chest. Is those words or numbers or nothing? I can't see it.
No.
And what about the Mr. Fantastic and Johnny Storm combination looking figure with a different color scheme?
You know, it's funny because out of all of these, that is the one that I would have considered. The name is escaping me right now. It's from a Nickelodeon show. He's the ghost. So Danny Phantom. It's Danny Phantom.
Oh man, what a mess.
That one is very cool looking, and since it's from Target, they sold out like early before anybody knew, and now
go check Big Bad Toy Store.
I'll bet you money right now that I'm gonna go to Big Bad Toy Store, and that is probably $30.
If they have it, you're right. That's what it's based on, the going rate of Target exclusives.
That's it. You always wonder why they never have any. Right. Why Target never has any exclusives. They're selling
the
them.
Hookups, baby. All right, from Toy Tokyo, which is going to mean even less to me. Let's do the soda, the soda Funko sodas, only because they help me out and they tell you what they are on the damn cans. You have Spikor and Envy Adams. I'm assuming one of the two pops. That's not Man at Arms, is it?
No.
I assume that was a He-Man figure.
They are both He-Man figures. The black one is Ninjor, and the green one is King Hiss of the Snake Men.
It makes sense based on what he's holding. Unless he's a doctor, It makes perfect sense that that's what he is.
That's the snake staff, yes.
Oh, God. And Walmart. Help, I have no clue.
Okay, the one is, God, it's from The Office. It's Dwight dressed up as the Myclops or the Cyclops or some play on words like that. I think it's from like one of the movies or costumes, something like that. And then the other one is, I believe, that's definitely from, the video game, not League of Legends. It's, it doesn't really matter. It's like the piñata horse head thing on a guy. I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It would have been nice if I would have recognized more of these, but I should have recognized Ron Weasley, but yes. But not that that's my favorite go-to franchise, but now that you look at it, yes, it's kind of hard not to see it now, especially because of all the Goblet of Fire, which is my favorite movie, actually, of all of them. So, but
I can't believe you didn't get Robin Sparkles.
Come on. Hey, I got Snake Plissken, and that's all that matters. No, there are some cool ones here. Obviously, Barnes and Noble per capita, though it's a very small sample size because they literally only have two. That they had the best. The best assortment because they're all recognizable. But I mean, the Wonder Woman is nice, but again, I don't need to have a Wonder Woman pop. Even though it does, it definitely has a Gal Gadot feel to it. I mean, her hair is a little browner.
It's very Gal Gadot-ish.
Yes, and the armor is definitely Gal Gadot-ish. But I think the Venomized Magneto there is definitely that's one of the winners of the group, I would say.
I agree. It's definitely well done. It's nice how the symbiote, kind of, it takes the cape effect, and raises Magneto up with it, It's neat. It's definitely neat looking.
Hey, it's only $14.99 at Barnes & Noble.
Let's see. Oh, and
temporarily out of stock.
It looks like Big Bad Toy Store doesn't have Danny Phantom. Nope. It's going for decent money. Everywhere else. But yeah, that was a cool one.
Keep my eyes peeled for Venomized Magneto. Then $14.99 is not a bad price for one of those exclusives.
Yeah, that's about the going rate.
Yep.
I wish I could remember the name of the house, the Weasley house, because it's got a special name, like not the Hovel, but it begins with an H, like not the Hive, I don't know. Anyway, okay, so the last two things, so it was just a couple of days ago. I'm not really sure what it was that made me think to look, but
the Burrow.
The Burrow. Okay.
Not to interrupt, yeah. But I was doing some very important research while you were talking. It's like, let me tell Jim this now before he gets too deep into his story. Not the slums, but the Burrow.
It's good. It's good because I thought it began with an H, and I never would have gotten it then. Although I guess maybe there's an H at the very end.
No, it's a W, Jim.
Damn it.
But home does begin with an H.
Well, the has an H in it.
And so does house. It was right there.
Okay. So, yeah. So, like I said, I don't know what caused me to do it, but I looked at the Amazon daily deals the other day and just kind of scrolling through, and I noticed they had the Marvel Collector Core. Amazon is still doing that, apparently. Still rolling on through. Nobody's buying them, but they're making them. But they had done the Fantastic Four, and so the price was like $10. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I love the Fantastic Four. For $10, let me pick this up. So I got this thing. It's got exclusive versions of Mr. Fantastic and the Human Torch pops. And, they're both awesome looking. The Human Torch glows in the dark, so that's really cool. Comes with a Human Torch decal, like a sticker. I guess because you get two pops, they were kind of, going cheap and no patch instead. But that's fine. One little pin of Doctor Doom, which is really not a bad pin. And then the shirt, which has all the Fantastic Four on it, on a blue background. And it's kind of like made to look like a comic book cover, and it's really, really great. Like, I mean, honestly, the shirt alone was worth $10. And then you get everything else. It was a great deal. So, I mean, now it's back up to like $22. So I don't know how much I would recommend it at that price. I mean, it's still a pretty good price, and it is a really good box if you like the Fantastic Four. This is the box from 2020. And I think they're doing these bi-monthly. So this box came out, 6 boxes ago? 4 boxes ago?
Probably.
They still have some. It's a pretty good set. The thing that I was thinking about was, if you look at all of the Fantastic Four pops, like, I think the regular Johnny Storm, he's mostly like in costume with some fire elements on him. Mr. Fantastic, I think he's very similar to the exclusive, but I guess the exclusive is just a little more stretchy or whatever. But I mean, yeah, like this version of the Human Torch is like, this is the best one. Like, he's fully flamed on, he's hovering with a flame base, and he glows in the dark. So, like if they do a deal again where you can get this thing for $10, like, and you want a Human Torch, then absolutely get it, and you get an awesome shirt with it too. And then while I was doing the research this evening for, to get this link to send to you, I noticed that they had the January 2019 box on sale for $8.
It's cheaper now. It's 3 cents cheaper than before. It's $7.97 right now.
Son of a gun! Oh,
did you order it at $8?
I paid $8. Oh, what a ripoff!
Yeah, for some reason it dropped 3 cents. And in the course of a couple of hours before we were prepping for the show, it dropped 3 cents.
Yeah. Yeah. So listen. I don't really. And I don't have anything against the X-Men, but I don't care enough to buy the stuff. But for $8, and my son is into X-Men, and it comes with a Wolverine pen, a Xavier school book, like notebook to write in. It comes with an Angel Pop and a Dark Phoenix, was that the rock candy?
Yes.
And then a pair of socks that are like the Toesies socks that are all blue, like the Beast. For $8, I think that he'll enjoy opening that up for Christmas.
True. Yeah, I think that's just. I think that. I think that's just Phoenix. I think that's Phoenix. I think her costume was darker when she was Dark Phoenix. I didn't read the X-Men at that time, and I know that Lord knows we all should know this since they keep bringing these characters back 1,000 times. But I'm just going. But also the description just says Phoenix. It doesn't say Dark
That's
Phoenix.
True.
So just for the sake of being a stickler, let me see if I can get. Let me just take a look. Actual images.
Yeah.
Of course, now we're all I'm getting are horrible images of Sophie Turner as Dark Phoenix. Maybe not. Maybe no. Hold on. No, I think you might be right. Maybe the green was the green. Okay, now there was more. I'm going back and look at this picture. It's possible that was the Dark Phoenix outfit. Because Phoenix, I think she might have been more green when she was just Phoenix. So I think you're right. I think that might be the Dark Phoenix costume.
They actually, there's some photos from one of the reviews at the bottom, but for some reason I can't click on them to make them any bigger, so they're totally useless. But hey, for $8, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, you're right. Those pictures are not in the reviews. You mean?
Yes.
Yeah, they're not. At least that first guy's review. Actually, most of these reviews are from Mexico.
Oh, you know what? I'm looking now, and if you look at, I just googled the Dark Phoenix. Well, I googled Phoenix rock candy, and it comes up as dark on the box.
That makes sense. Yeah. Now that I couldn't remember with the green, I'm so used to seeing her in the red, and then you realize, oh yes, that has basically been. That's how she's usually drawn. But the original, when she first was Phoenix, I think she was I think it was a green-based costume, and then I think became red. But it's kind of rusty. I'm rusty on that because again, I didn't read X-Men at the time. I read actually right after that is when I started reading the book. So
it's really weird actually. I'm like looking at the pictures now that come up for this Dark Phoenix rock candy. And it looks like they did 2 versions of the Dark Phoenix rock candy. The one that comes in this box, and then another version where she only has one hand up with flame in it, and her hair is not quite as wild. It's just weird that they would do 2 versions so similar of the same character in a toy line where there's not a whole heck of a lot of entries.
That is true.
But it is what it is, and again, who cares because it's $8 and it comes with Beast socks.
Yes, individually toed socks. How can you go wrong with that?
That's what I'm saying. So
good times.
Now, since we are approaching Christmas time, I've been looking at like the toy catalogs and things like that. And, there's not a whole heck of a lot of stuff that I'd be like, oh man, we got to mention this. We got to mention this. Although the one thing that I will talk about, and I know that this doesn't really hold any weight with you or most of our listeners, but James for his birthday got a Pokemon playset that it's like it all folds up into a backpack, like a big plastic backpack. So the kid, can wear it on their back and carry it around or whatever. And then when it opens up, it's like it splits in half, and then each half kind of like extends down, like it folds out into this like gigantic playset that you can play with all your Pokemon with. And like he loves it, he loves playing with it. And my younger one, Scott, like even he likes, playing with it. Like he's way more into cars, but like he's playing cars on this playset too. And it's just like a really fun, cool idea toy. Like when he's opening it and like, I'm looking at it with him and it's like, all of a sudden like you see like there's a little like play feature that you didn't even know was there. Like another piece slides out or there's a trap door, or, like this part opens up and stuff like that. So the set itself is like $35. And I think, like out of all the stuff that I've been seeing lately, that's really one of the cooler things that they've been making toy-wise.
It sounds like it has a lot of the play value. I mean, as long as it has play value, that's the important thing. I mean, like we talked about, the word for the episode is, today the password is play value. It's like as long as, I mean, especially when you're talking about kids, I mean, it doesn't take a lot to, if their imagination is good, it doesn't take a lot for them to be able to, do a lot of, have a lot of fun with even the most simplest things. But if it actually is something that, there's enough meat on the bone so they don't have, so it helps them along. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like the Pokemon figures themselves only have as much play value as, the child that's playing with it, and so much that their imagination is, carrying it. But this playset, like it actually makes it much easier to do that because it's like, oh, okay, well now they're in the battle stadium area, or now he's hiding under this rock, or, whatever. So definitely a cool set. Worth a mention.
Absolutely.
I think that's all I got tonight.
No, I can understand that. I mean, depending on how it's going to be a weird year for catalogs and different things. That there's always a chance that we could do a surprise return for a Christmas episode, especially with Chad on ice. So
I mean, it's possible. It is possible.
Or we could do the post Christmas wrap up. Oh God!
I mean, like one of the things that I was thinking about was like, it's like, oh, we'll do like a post con wrap up because, with New York Comic Con and the DC fandom thing.
Yes, fandom.
Yeah, we know how great that was. Like, oh, maybe we'll be able to talk about some, like, exclusives and things like that. And, I mean, like, there were a couple of things here and there. Like, obviously the Funko stuff, was decent. And there might have been one other convention between San Diego and New York that I'm forgetting about. But it couldn't have been that great. But, yeah, I mean, like, these online conventions are... It's just kind of sad. It's just kind of sad that that's what they're, like, well, we can't have our awesome convention, with our awesome convention exclusives and, the shared exclusives so that other people can get them online. It's like, no, instead we're going to sell everything through Target and they're going to sell out in 5 seconds and, God help you if you want anything.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. Did you see the Funko Pop Avengers Assemble series? The six figures that they connect together, I guess, to make the scene from the original Avengers movie when they all standing next to each other.
Oh, the Avengers. Yes. No, I have seen that. Yeah.
I would be really tempted to get Captain America if I didn't hate that uniform so much. I despise that uniform so much. I have the original Funko figure from it. I don't think I need a figure with a base from it just to remind me how much I don't like that costume. The only bad uniform he's ever worn in any of the movies was in that original movie. Thank you, Joss Whedon. Forget about your problems on Justice League. That's your biggest shame right there in comic book movies.
Oh man.
And on that note,
yeah.
Should we wrap up?
Yeah, I think so.
Anything you'd like to mention?
You know what? No, I'm good.
So the website, LanternCast.com. The email is LanternCast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Use hashtag GLCast to locate us on those. Spotify and Stitcher. We are on an Apple Podcast. We are on all those platforms. So whichever platforms you listen to us on, please leave us a positive review. Last but not least, if you'd like to leave us a voicemail, call us or text 708-LANTERN and let us know what you think.
Sounds good.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.